Accept everything, just the way it is. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Be detached from desire your whole life long. Do not regret what you have done. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. There is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Everything exists. Seek nothing outside of yourself. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. Do nothing that is of no use. If you wish to control others, you must first control yourself. The ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to use them. From one thing, know 10,000 things. It is difficult to understand the universe if you only study one planet. Today is victory over yourself of yesterday, tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. The primary thing when you take a sword in your hands is your intention to cut the enemy, whatever the means. Whenever you parry, hit, spring, strike or touch the enemy's cutting sword, you must cut the enemy in the same movement. It is essential to attain this. If you think only of hitting, springing, striking or touching the enemy, you will not be able actually to cut him. Get beyond love and grief, exist for the good of man. All men are the same, except for their belief in their own selves, regardless of what others may think of them. If you don't control the enemy will control you. If you know the way broadly, you will see it in everything. To know 10,000 things, know one well. Perception is strong and sight weak. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close, and to take a distanced view of close things. You should not have any special fondness for a particular weapon, or anything else, for that matter. Too much is the same as not enough. Without imitating anyone else, you should have as much weaponry as suits you. The important thing in strategy is to suppress the enemy's useful actions, but allow his useless actions. Whatever the way, the master of strategy does not appear fast. Of course, slowness is bad. Really skillful people never get out of time, and are always deliberate, and never appear busy. It is said, the warrior's is the twofold way of pen and sword, and he should have a taste. Unless you really understand others, you can hardly attain your own self-understanding. Enemy, to become the enemy, means to think yourself in the enemy's position. In the world, people tend to think of a robber trapped in a house as a fortified enemy. However, if we think of becoming the enemy, we feel that the whole world is against us and that there is no escape. He who is shut inside is a pheasant. He who enters to arrest is a hawk. You must appreciate this. There is the spirit of winning without a sword. There is also the spirit of holding the long sword but not winning. The various methods cannot be expressed in writing. You must train well. I believe this crossing at a ford occurs often in man's lifetime. It means setting sail even though your friends stay in harbor, knowing the route, knowing the soundness of your ship and the favor of the day. What is big is easy to perceive, what is small is difficult to perceive. In short, it is difficult for large numbers of men to change position, so their movements can be easily predicted. An individual can easily change his mind, so his movements are difficult to predict. Nobody is strong and nobody is weak, if he conceives of the body, from the head to the sole of the foot, as a unity in which a living mind circulates everywhere equally. What I call the void is where nothing exists. It is about things outside man's knowledge. Of course, the void does not exist. By knowing what exists, you can know that which does not exist. That is the void. It may seem difficult at first, but all things are difficult at first. This is a truth. When you sacrifice your life, you must make fullest use of your weaponry. It is false not to do so, and to die with a weapon yet undrawn. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation.